Well, hi guys. It's Saturday, October 31st. Pretty much got everything done. Got the side put back down. And I've spent probably the last 4 hours going over that governor and getting it set. And brother, I'm going to tell you something, that ain't the easiest thing to do. I have 2 books, operator's manual and a technical manual. And to say it's a little vague is not an understatement. It really is. There's been a lot of trial and error on this thing. Can't tell you how many times I've had this rod off to shorten or lengthen it. And I ended up having to use the rod that was on this combine because the one off the other one laying there won't move. So, it's been fun. Let's just say, real fun. Like I say, I was kind of hoping, unbolt it, bolt everything, this and this, and the other machine up. Well, I've had to move this from about right where my finger is out. Supposed to be, according to the book, 26.25 to 26.75. High idle, wide open, no load. And I'm here to tell you, I got it there, but it ain't been easy. Surprised the starter hasn't gone out by the number of times I've started this thing up. Man. But it'll start up. It goes right now. It bounces between 2600, 2650, just kind of back and forth. So I'm going to call it good. I don't think it's going to get any closer than that. Bad thing is, throttle lever, I can't get it to idle unless I pull the lever back and hold it. At about 800 to 1000 RPM, I got to hold it there. And it shouldn't do that. I can adjust here on this end of it, and it may be what I have to do, because there's just no it's not so much that, it's this rod pulling forward. Won't let it come back right in here. Won't let it come back down on the stop. Let you pull it back. And it shouldn't be that way. Now, this is the first time in my life I've ever fooled with one of those. So to say I've had a learning curve today is no joke. So, when you go from one machine to another machine, well, things get different, So, like I say, it's been a bit of a learning curve. But I think I've got it right now. The only time when I get it in the field and start working it, that's when I'll know if I got it right or not. And if I have to speed it up, it's going to have to be right there. It is what it is. But, like I say, I think I got her. Got her all blown out. I've got all this, the radiator cleaned up. Tomorrow I'm going to come up and work inside the cab. Like I say, I got this done today. So tomorrow I can concentrate on there inside, get it cleaned up, and get all my wires and everything else mounted good. Let's get all the tools off where I'm standing and here, get it all blown up, get this closed up, and take it outside and give her a whirl. I gotta remember to plug those ends right there together so I don't blow any hydraulic hoses. But at any rate, guys, that's where I'm going to call it today. So we'll see you next time, and as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Like I say, I got 2 books. My technical manual, it refers to it says see settings in operator's manual. So you look at the operator's manual and it's really vague. So it's, like I said, a bit of a learning curve on what and how to do to this thing. But we'll see you next time, guys. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that like button and ring that bell for notifications for new videos. We'll see you next time. Oh, hi, guys. It is Sunday, November the 1st. And after yesterday's work on this combine and getting that governor set, been thinking about it all day, all evening, and I think I got a problem here. And that problem is the fact that I am basing everything off of what the tachometer is telling me the speed of the engine is. However, as you can see, that belt is bigger than the pulley. Back on the idler back there, you can tell that it fits that pulley quite well. See how it's grooved. Fits the crankshaft really right. But on this pulley, it's big. And being I'm having the issue of it not being able to idle down because this rod keeps pulling back on it, I'm thinking I have actually a different engine RPM than what the Tack is saying. So my cousin is coming up here in a bit. Get down without killing myself. And he's got a meter. We're going to check the speed of the engine. Now in the book it says countershaft is supposed to be running at 1500 RPM. Well, there's no way, you can't see it, I don't have my flashlight, there's no way to test it here on this end because on the end of this countershaft is the electrical terminal for the electric clutch. And on this side of the machine, at the end of the shaft, is basically the same as this. It's covered up, so you cannot put a spot on, spot tack on it to check that speed. So, he's going to bring his meter up. I had one, but it broke. It's been broke for years. So we're going to check and see what speed, according to the ignition system, the actual engine is turning. And the belt up there has been a concern. I was thinking about that this entire time of doing this. But it's in that you really don't know what you're getting into. But I'm basing everything off of what the tachometer is telling me, and that tack could be reading wrong because of that belt. So, trouble I was having yesterday, I got it to what the tack says is running 2650-ish, 2600, 2650 by that tack, but I don't know what the actual engine RPM is. Problem I'd had to get it to that point, when you idle it down, the rod from the governor to the carburetor pulls it back up to where it wants to idle about 1500 RPM. And you can't, if I adjust the rod back this way so it will idle, then it won't go to fast idle according to the tack. So, like I said, I've thought about this all night. And being, like I said, I don't know exactly what it's actually running at. We're going to put the meter on it and see what it says as far as engine RPM. I have a very strong feeling it's a lot faster. It's reading slower than the engine is actually going because of that belt. So we'll be back here in a bit and see what happens. Hang on, we'll be back. Well, hi guys. We just got done with this thing. My cousin just left. And it is working correctly now. But my operator's manual and my technical manual evidently are incorrect when it comes to this combine and the parts combine sitting outside as far as this carburetor goes. As I said, the one outside is the 700th one built, and this is the 1200th one built. They're both first year machines, and there are a lot of little differences between the machines. A lot of little things. You can tell from the one outside to this one, they were making moves to cheapen, making it cheaper to build, basically. Which, okay, it's no problem. But this carburetor, same as the one outside, and if you go through the book, Book says nothing about what's right here. Okay, this has, oh boy, got to tighten that back up. I hope I didn't screw up. Okay, there is, the way this is built, inside of here, there is a coil spring on the inside. This little round brass I don't even know what to call it. It's got holes drilled through it so where you can move it. There's a hole here for the spring, hooks to the spring, and it's got another on the other end. It's got a piece sticking out that catches the throttle rod. So when this thing is in idle, which it is now, and you move it, you see the throttle rod move here. And spring back. Alright? That's the coil spring inside. Now what we run, the way the book reads, the way we thought it worked, was you push the lever, it opens up the throttle, and the governor rod here just basically keeps it at speed. Well, it's not. There's a spring inside of this thing. This is probably why this was at John Deere, because that thing was so gummed up it couldn't move. It wouldn't move internally. So when you move the lever, throttle, it just moved the entire throttle rod back, assembly back and forth. And you're kind of fighting against the governor. Well, now it's all freed up. We've got all this adjusted now to where it's loose, it's free, and it's like it's supposed to be. And there probably wasn't anything wrong with the governor to start with. It was right here, inside of here. And the parts book, the parts breakdown in my technical manual does not show anything here. So evidently these are earlier machines that have a different Zenith carburetor set up on them. So sometimes the only reason we even figured it out is we went out to the parts machine to look at something else, and my cousin just happened to notice push against this and found that it was spring loaded and moved back and forth. We came back in here, this one would not move. So we took it apart, cleaned everything up, and now it works right. So there is a difference in these machines as far as the first year to the second year, apparently, because neither of my books show anything about this, or in the parts breakdown, it doesn't show this spring and everything, all these pieces here in it. So evidently, after this was built, this one was built, this throttle system was changed. So why? I do not know. Maybe it was cheaper to do it the other way. I don't know. All I know is now this is taken apart, freed up, oiled up, and everything works now. So I am going to end it here, guys. Today is Sunday, the 1st of November. We started off the day at about 50 degrees, and right now it's about 30, and the wind is blowing, and this is the first time this fall I can say my hands are froze. And it feels like it could snow, and it looks like it too. So we'll see you next time, and as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Now, with this, combine's ready to go. This was the last piece of the puzzle right here, figuring out this governor, and it's good to go now. Now I have to go look and see if I have valves on the heater hoses back behind the engine, and wondering if my heater is going to work. Well, we'll see you next time, guys. Like I say, that threw me for a loop. I have never, ever seen anything set up like this. Never. I've worked on gleaners with a 250 Chevrolet in them, 292, but I've never seen a throttle set up like this is. New to me. But we'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that like button and ring that bell for notifications. See you next time, guys. This is a laugh. Yeah, just a few moments ago I said it was cold enough it could snow. Guess what? It did. Little bitty ice pellet like things. Not really snowflakes, but very small sleet on November the 1st. And you talking about it getting cold. It's got cold in a hurry. I can honestly say this is the first time this fall my hands are cold, and I do mean cold. Whew. Oh well, we'll see you next time, guys. I just had to add that. That blew my mind. The first snow pellets of the year have fallen November 1st. We'll see you next time, guys.